Paddy, thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with me.
No problem.
We're looking at men into childcare and specifically focusing on modern apprenticeships. So I'm really interested to hear, first of all, what got you interested in childcare?
There was no initial interest in childcare for me growing up through school. It was my mum that told me. She said, "You're good at this. You should maybe go to college to do this."
When you started doing the college course, at what point did you think this is a career for me?
I would say it was my first placement when I went out to it was a local nursery. Yeah. At that point, I realised that it was what I was wanting in a job, to be challenged, but then to be able to actually enjoy the job. And I hadn't had that in any other jobs that I'd been in. So I figured that it was something that I should probably stick at.
Good. And you completed your NC and your HNC?
Yeah.
When did you move into Monkey Puzzle?
The end of summer 2015 was when I moved, yeah.
What was the job role that you took on?
Initially it was just as after-school practitioner, but over time I started working more in the nursery side of things in the daytime, and then moved on to being the senior practitioner, which is a different kind of job.
So you got promotion, you're a senior practitioner. Is that when you were asked to do the Modern Apprenticeship SVQ4?
Yeah, it was around about the same time that I was asked to do that. I was a little bit apprehensive at first. I wasn't too sure that I wanted to do any more studying. But obviously on finishing it has been a massive help to me, not just in how the processes that I do, but how I actually sit down and do them. I feel I'm better suited to completing my role. That's good.
So you feel it was a benefit to your career?
Absolutely, yeah.
Would you recommend that to other people?
I would do. I think it fits in with the life and the work and things like that, and a lot of people don't have the ability to not work and go and study. And I think it definitely meets the needs of those people.
Yeah. It's hard going. There's a lot of work involved in it. Did you find that quite challenging?
I did at times. Some of the pieces I found weren't as difficult as others, but some of them required a lot more time and thought. But I didn't mind that because it was obviously benefiting myself and the children that I was looking at.
Where do you see it going?
I would hope it becomes a little bit more relaxed. I wouldn't say carefree, but with a bit more confidence to try things that aren't necessarily the norm or the straightforward. That's where I'd hope it is going to progress to.
Is there anything in particular you're thinking of that's not the norm? Or?
Me personally, I think that everyone could do being a bit braver. I think obviously it's quite a lot to look after somebody else's child because it is their entire world a lot of the time. I think you need to, although remember that so that you're not doing anything dangerous or daft or going against the wishes of parents or things like that, but being able to challenge yourself and the children to kind of move forward a little bit.
Definitely. And finally, would you encourage more men into childcare?
I would do. I think it's very important that children have a holistic kind of upbringing, and I don't think that any one gender can do that on their own. I think it definitely takes more than just a man and a woman anyway. It takes everyone around the child to raise them. I think that the more different kind of personalities and genders, the better.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, Paddy.
No problem.
Robert, thank you so much for agreeing to do this wee interview with us. And we're going to be talking about men into careers in care and focusing on modern apprenticeships. When you did the modern apprenticeship, the level 3, what do you think you learned from that? And do you think that enhanced your practice?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like, I had no idea about the development of kids when I first started. I didn't know, the way babies learn. Like, fine motor skills was never a word that I ever used. Like, gross motor skills, stuff like that. But through that, it helped a lot. I learned how kids develop, ways that we can help them. like the ways we can notice why they're crying. Like the level 3 helped a lot, a lot.
Now your job role must have changed if you're doing the level 4 modern apprenticeship.
Yeah.
So you've had some progression opportunities within that 3.5 years. How has your role changed?
When I first started, like, I was just learning off of the staff here, like hoping that they could teach me some stuff. But now I'm growing and growing and growing. Like, there's more and more junior staff starting.
Yeah.
So when in after school, I'll help them get to know the boring side of stuff, the paperwork, like that. But I'll help them understand how to talk to the kids, like the best ways to interact, like when to interact, like because the play work principles is quite a big thing. Like getting that learning down, you just see the staff get so much better. Like it's quite nice to see.
It's lovely to see
Yeah,
that, isn't it?
you see them be this like shy, and then you start wearing tutus and tiaras and whatever the kids are interested in that day. If they ask you to come into their zone, then you're
That's what you do.
yeah, exactly.
So is that quite a common occurrence then, that you have to wear tutus and tiaras?
Oh yeah, like I've had my hair. I used to have longer hair than this, so they would try and put it in baubles. Like they ask you to wear tutus. I have danced more times than I've been comfortable with, but it makes the kids happy.
That's
Like
it.
I can be silly, but I can also be
That's
the person. Yeah, exactly.
Do you think then, we're wanting to encourage more men into the sector, what would you say to young men, or any men of any age, what would the positives be of a career in childcare?
Do you learn more about yourself? Like, don't just go out society says, because there is so much stigma out there, which I personally don't agree with. Like, don't be scared. It's the main thing for me. Like,
Yeah.
you'll find out a lot about yourself. You'll realise how cool kids are. But it's fun. It's so much fun. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it.
It's really good to hear.
Yeah.
Have you faced any of those barriers?
You get there's the odd parent that's really old-fashioned, and they'll be like, "Oh, kids." It's even happened with staff. Like, there's been some staff that like, well, they're older, so they're used to just women looking after. But yeah, there's been some times where like, I didn't know guys did childcare. Like, what?
So there's quite a few men in
The-
this
the-
particular nursery?
There has been, yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's.
It's just a norm.
It should be.
It should be
It
the
should
norm.
be the norm.
Absolutely.
Like, being a role model. Some of these kids haven't got dads.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm not. Like, we know that we're never going to be their dads, but if we can be a positive impact in their life as a male,
Yeah.
that makes me happy. The parents love it because they can see how they're like that ways.
Yeah.
Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, kids, I can't walk through this nursery without everyone running over to me when I walk in, like, Robert! And then sprinting. But yeah, I love that.
Do you feel that that gives the children a positive role model, as in it's okay if they wanted to work in childcare if they get older?
Yeah, my favourite example of this is in the after school. We had a kid, when he first started, his behaviour was erratic. He was getting in trouble all the time, but it's brilliant to think of it. We helped his behaviour get a lot better. Like, I think just being there as people to talk to.
Yeah.
Like, we would just talk like random stuff about football, like how his day was going in school. Like, it got to the stage where he would tell us if he'd forgot to take medicine and stuff like that. But yeah, just before he left, he told us that he wants to work here. So
That's really positive.
yeah, like,
That's what you hope.
that makes me so proud.
Exactly. It
Like-
becomes the norm.
Exactly. But yeah, if it's happened to one kid, like That's the main goal.
Can you tell me, what do you think is the funniest thing you've had to do in this job?
So there's so many.
Apart from tutus and tiaras.
Was it? Dancing to Barbie Girl.
Dancing.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. And you get to do that at work.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I wouldn't do that when I'm just out normally. No,
No, but you can at work.
I can't work. I can be myself.
That's
Don't care what anybody thinks. Like, as long as these kids are having fun and they realise that it's okay to be yourself. That's my big thing.
Robert, thank you so much for that.
You're very
It was a real pleasure chatting to you.
No problem.
Thank you.